3 here at Wilkins Stadium as we celebrate Juneteenth as well. All the stars on hand for Team Edwards and Team Alo, the first of our doubleheader. We'll have you covered the next 5 hours here on ESPN2. Turned out to be a fantastic day after rain moved through the area earlier. We'll see what happens tonight. Jocelyn Alo leads the field, and she's hoping she can run away tonight with a couple wins. She just might, and be a captain for Series 3. On the other side, it's Taylor Edwards. She is the closest to Alo on the scoreboard. 710 points, just over 100 behind the NCAA's home run queen. Alongside the two-time Olympian Natasha Watley, I'm Chucky Kemp. You're feeling really good if you're those two players with how deep this field is.
Yeah, I'm really excited to watch Jocelyn Alo tonight. With her leading on the leaderboard, Team Alo has the doubleheader tonight, so it's going to be exciting to see what she does with multiple opportunities, multiple at-bats tonight. It's
going to be really tough, too, because somebody's swinging a really hot bat on the other side. Delaney Wiz, she has been exceptional these last few games.
Yes, Delaney Wiz, the former UCLA Bruin. It's no surprise that she is having the success that she's having at the plate. She is one of those sneaky, quiet hitters. She possesses a lot of power, super consistent at the plate, and just does such a great job in that number 5 spot because she comes up with a lot of opportunities with runners on base.
Delaney Wiz, 370 points in Series 2, leads the league. That's 40 more than Aubrey Leach in second place. And look at this Team Edwards lineup. Nichols, Edwards, and Wiz, 3 of the top 5 have 3 home runs apiece. Last year's season leader was 5 with Mia Davidson. Not too bad with Morgan Zirkle and Hannah Flippin to round out the top 5 of that order as well. Morgan Zirkle to lead things off here against Odyssey Alexander for Team Alo as they look to have a successful doubleheader night. Odyssey fields her position well, 1 pitch and 1 out for the 4th-year pitcher out of Boynton, Virginia, where she played her college ball at James Madison. Needs to get the confidence going tonight.
Yeah, just in the beginning couple of series, she's just been a little unlucky, just trying to struggle finding the strike zone, and you can see her now just attacking the strike zone early, but just trying to work with the umpire and what they're giving her.
Seems like when Odyssey has been squeezed a little bit, it's resulted in big swings at the plate. Bubba Nichols has been no stranger to big swings, although she struggled here in Series 2 so far. Had 3 home runs in the first couple nights of this season, but 0 for 10 with a walk and an RBI here in Series 2, trying to get something going off Odyssey. 1-1 count. Bubba does get into this to left field. The wind has been a factor. Megan Wiggins, the veteran, under it. There's 2 away. Good start for Odyssey Alexander here. The veterans have started to kind of come around here in Series number 2. They were fine in Series 1, but the rookies and the newcomers were so good. Seems like the vets are starting to pick it up.
Yeah, it's so funny talking to Megan Wiggins 2 nights ago after the game, and she is one of the veterans, and saying, you know, in the first couple of games, it's like, okay, what am I doing? Why am I still here? And then it starts to click, like, oh, okay, that's why I'm here. So it may take a little longer for the veterans to kick in.
Megan out in left field again, has roamed that at the pro level for about 14 years now as Taylor Edwards watches that strike on the outside corner, and Odyssey's ahead 0-2. Taylor Edwards, another longtime vet out of Murrieta, California. Played her college ball at Nebraska. 0-2. That was close.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Odyssey was having a hard time with those pitches. You know, 0-2 right there. She's painting the corner. She would love to have that call.
See the top of the leaderboard, Alo and Edwards. This is a big game with regards to who will have a really good chance at being the 3rd ever AUX champion. It's Tuesday night, right? We're nearing that pretty quickly.
A week away.
Danielle O'Toole was the first ever in San Diego a couple of years ago. And then Rachel Garcia last year. She'll return for the championship season, so good news for Bruins fans to see her back on the field. What was it like for you at the beginning of your professional seasons when you come back after a long layover maybe?
It was hard. It's hard to get back into it. I mean, you're playing the best of the best, so you've got to keep that in mind and keep perspective because you just want to get out there and get going, but sometimes it takes a minute.
Edwards fouls that straight back. Here's the all-time home run leaders in AUX history. Taylor Edwards, one away from double digits, leading some really big-time power hitters on that list. Mia Davidson hit 5 last year as Edwards watches that. You played with a couple good power hitters.
A few. Yeah, I mean, Taylor Edwards played against her, not with her.
Speaking of, this is hit deep to left center field. This one caught up, though, and Wiggins makes another catch. 1, 2, 3 for Odyssey Alexander. Great start for her here on the final day of series number 2. 0-0 here, going to the bottom of the first. Team Alo coming to the plate, and they have really been swinging at their first 2 games. They're 1-1 entering this doubleheader day. 4 home runs, though, including back-to-back the other night for Megan Wiggins and Alo.
Yes, Megan Wiggins, I mean, just getting it done. And so funny when we heard Jocelyn Yallow's interview after the game, she was like, I'm not going to be the last out, so I'm getting to get it done. Of course, she comes up big with the big home run.
Yeah, lost that game by 1 to Team Clark the other night. Here's who Jocelyn Alo sends to the plate herself in the 3-hole. Leads AUX with 4 home runs, just 1 off tying a single-season AUX record. Hoping Haley McClenny and Megan Wiggins can set the table for her, but Alo and Vidalis back-to-back in the order, and then Sydney McKinney has been the best hitter here in Wichita. She's in the 9-hole. Here is Haley McClenny against Mariah Masson. Misses outside. Masson from Tulare, California, played her college ball at Oregon State. This is her 3rd year after originally she wasn't even going to play in AUX in 2022, but there was an injury. So they called Mariah. She drove 4 hours to get to San Diego and pitched the very next day as they retire McClenny. Here she is in the midst of a really nice, hopefully young career for her.
Yes, and Mariah Mazone, I mean, just what an incredible pitcher. Does a great job of keeping the ball down. She induces a lot of ground balls like we just saw. She'll go to that drop a ton and will mix in that changeup and keeps a lot of hitters off balance.
Masson, another one of so many here at AUX, specifically in the circle that just seemed to keep getting better and better year by year. Really honed her craft, was a 2-way player at Oregon State, led them to the Women's College World Series in 2022. 70-game winner, hit .327 for her career there. Over strike 1 to Megan Wiggins. Wiggins a little further back in her college days. Finished her career at Georgia in 2011. So that just misses outside. What have you seen from Megan Wiggins? You played with her, played against her, and now you see her here. What stands out?
I feel like we're seeing this brand new Megan Wiggins, this mature, you know. I know her as the rookie, and I was one of the vets when I first played with her. And I love talking about her in the sense that having the ability and the opportunity to extend her career as a professional just really did wonders for her. And she would agree with me in just the sense of her being able to manage failure and expectations. You know, you're just such a different human when you come out of college, and she's been a double-digit pro, you know, now. So it's been a lot of fun to see her along her career.
Starting to see that a little bit more these days, which is great news. I mean, you did it, long-time pro, very successful career in the States and overseas. Megan Wiggins, Nadia Taylor, Kaylani Ricketts, all double digits as Wiggins goes down looking for out number 2.
And Mazon, when she gets ahead, she is just so difficult. She can pinpoint those corners. That drop on the outer half is a really tough pitch.
Here is Jocelyn Alo. First pitch inside corner, strike 1. 4 home runs, 7 RBIs, hitting .474. I think the number that stands out to me most, though, 1 strikeout for a power hitter of her caliber. Ooh. Up and in, that did not feel good. It's going to be 8 points for Jocelyn Allo on the leaderboard to extend her lead at the top. But really had to pay for that one.
Someone decides to go up and in, and honestly, I think that this is a good location to go on someone like Allo, just to kind of get it in and tight on her hands. Obviously, yes, you don't want to run it in on her and hit her, and she has nowhere to go on that.
Saw that with the first pitch, too, on the inside part of the plate. Tori takes ball 1 down and away. Tori Vidalis has been another one that just seems to be automatic this season. Basically the top 3 hitters in the league by average, and then just pure results outside of that as well are on Team Allo. Sydney McKinney leads the league, then it's Jocelyn Allo, and then Tori Vidalis. Soft speed pitch for strike 1. Two away, wind blowing in from left field for a change. This is headed that direction. Long run for Zirkle, and that will do it. 2 out hit by pitch for Jocelyn Allo, but nothing doing. Zeros in the first. Zeros in the first inning, so 20 inning win points on the line here in the second for Team Edwards and Team Allo. Wiggins, McClenny, and Allo out in the outfield for their side. Jocelyn putting herself in the field as well. I always love when a captain does that. You call your own name a little bit.
I love that. Like, hey, don't forget about me. I can play defense as well, too.
Has to be ready if you're in the grass right now with Delaney Wiz coming up this inning. Starts with Hannah Flippin, though, to lead things off. Odyssey went 1, 2, 3 in the first. Back-to-back flyouts to left field to end that inning. That's up and in to Flippin. Hannah in her 5th season out of Bonita, California. Played her college ball at Utah, along with Anissa Urtez, who you'll see in the championship season. The pitch upstairs for ball 2. This is toward Allo out in right field. Long run toward the fence and not going to get there in time, but that's strike 1 to Flippin. Well, we've got the center fielder for Team Allo mic'd up, Haley McClenny. Haley, thanks for joining us, of course.
Hi, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, we weren't sure. We know you've got the TV experience, but we saw the IFB hanging there, so we had to get you coached up a little bit.
Yeah, I was trying to get it over my ear and under my visor, so that's what I'm not used to being on TV, but obviously out in the field, you got to make sure your visor's set, especially with how bright this sun is.
Feels like the vets are coming on here in Series 2. What's been the difference for you especially?
Yeah, I think it's just getting back into the swing of things, like no pun intended there, but you know, we have a 9-month off season and we are expected to come out here and make a play, Sid. Sorry guys, hold on. Hey, nothing hurts, CC, here you go, buddy. Yeah, no, I mean, we have a 9-month off season, so I think for us, the biggest thing is just seeing live pitches, and we're facing some of the best pitchers in the world here. So it's, you know, it's really difficult to be a hitter here. I think you see that reflected in a lot of stat points. The long ball is going to be rewarded, but we've got enough vets here that, you know, the more reps they get under their belt, the better they're going to be.
Yeah, you guys are like aging like fine wine. I was telling you, like, just keep it going. Don't ever retire.
Never retire, right?
Yeah. So tell us, how do you prepare? I mean, I know you're on your own in the off season. How are you getting yourself ready?
For me, the biggest thing is just being in shape. It's not really something you can replicate, having to come here and play. You know, I think it's like 12 games in 14 days or something. It's a lot. And so I think just making sure your body's in shape, it's strong, you're working out multiple times a week, you're doing your conditioning. The biggest thing for me, I think, too, is just time on my feet. I want to make sure I'm walking, like getting enough steps in. That's easier said than done, working a full-time job and being able to play here. But yeah, it's really just about the body, and then the reps, softball skill-wise, are going to come once you get in season.
Was there someone you leaned on early in your pro career, whether it was with the national team or anywhere else, that helped you prepare?
Man, everybody. I mean, that's the cool part with like playing pro for as long as I have. The first person that comes to mind is Kelly Cruchley, who played, I don't even know how old she was when she finally stopped playing. Kelly could probably come here and win this whole thing, to be honest.
She totally could.
But just hearing her, picking her brain about longevity in the game, and I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, me personally and a lot of vets that are here, we're still playing. Not only so we can continue to get better, but it's so we can leave the game better than we found it. Make a play, get that, yes. It's so we can leave the game in a better place than we found it, and we can give more opportunities to the next generation coming in to be able to play pro softball as their full-time job for however long that they want to play.
So what's your biggest advice to some of the rookies that are here?
Be grateful. I mean, I think you see that with a lot of these rookies that are here is they're just, you know, they didn't know that their careers were going to be able to continue, and for them to be able to get that call, to sign that contract, to be able to be here, I think you can see that in their eyes when they first step on the field, and now you got to maintain that gratitude throughout however long that you want to play this game. I would just like stay present. It's so cool just to be able to be a pro. Wiggs, room, no tag. Atta girl, Wiggs.
You are awesome. I mean,
doing
like,
my best. A lot of distractions around here.
Distractions? What? A game?
Hey.
All right,
man.
tell us about your captain. First time for Jocelyn Allo. I feel like every team kind of has their own vibe. What's she been like?
Man, she's the best. I think, you know, she's a true professional, and she's so young, and she already knows how to prepare like a pro. She thinks long term. She doesn't get caught up in bad at-bats. She's really present in all of her at-bats, and that's something I really admire, because for me, as you know, I'm almost 30 years old. That took me a long time to figure out, and she's so ahead of the game with just what she does, how she prepares, how she leads. I think that's a testament to the Oklahoma program, but it's also just a testament to her and her character. We were talking the other day. She can play this game as long as she wants to, and I'm really excited because I don't think we've seen the best of Jocelyn Allo, and that's scary.
Yeah,
that's really scary.
And that's what I've been talking about, is just this opportunity to extend your career when athletes are coming out of college. Like, that's just the beginning, right? And so
yeah,
I love that advice.
Yeah, you don't peak. You know, Tosh, like we don't peak until we're what, 26, 27. And think about all of the college athletes that miss out on playing in those years. And Jocelyn's not there yet.
Yep.
That is the scary part. I'm glad I'm not a pitcher. That's all I got to say.
So how do you pitch to her?
I wouldn't. Mic drop.
Love it, Haley. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, guys.
Haley McClenny amid the action. And we're going to the bottom of the second. Athletes Unlimited Pro Softball is sponsored by Poppy. Some pictures from Monday night. Split for Team Clark on their doubleheader day, a 4-3 win and a 4-3 loss and a 7-6 win for them. Delaney Wiz, 3 straight games with a home run, hoping to help Team Edwards today. We'll have to do it in the field this inning. Bottom of the second, 20-inning win points on the line as Jordan Rudd Lee steps to the plate, the catcher out of Northwestern. Got the chance to talk to Haley McClenny in the field. Last inning, great insight from Haley, as always, has played longtime pro, long time on the international level. These are big summers, too. This is a world championship summer.
Right, and just, I mean, the opportunity to prepare here and have these games under your belt. I mean, you talked about how long it's taken the veterans to get it going, and so just a great opportunity.
A swing there from Rudd Lee, and she does make it to first in time for a leadoff single. Let's go to Savannah.
Team Edwards has been on a little bit of a slow burn throughout this series. So Masson started game 1 of their Series 2 debut. She gave them 6 solid innings, only 2 runs, but they weren't able to come away with the win. They dropped both on the doubleheader. Then they had Denham come in on Tuesday, first pitcher to throw a complete game. And because of that confidence that they have with their pitcher, they feel like it's allowed their offense to kind of take a deep breath. Talking to their facilitator, Bailey, and their captain, Taylor Edwards, they just talked about how everybody just looks so relaxed in the batting cages today. And they're going, hey, this is our time. We've got this. We picked up that win on Tuesday. It's time for us to carry it in today. And all of that confidence start with who's in the circle, with Mariah Masson and what they know she's able to give them in a game.
How about Alyssa Denham? That other pitcher you mentioned, she was picked 23rd overall in the draft. You would just never see that over the last couple of years with Alyssa Denham. That just shows you that we talked about it right off the top, how deep this field is right now. It just feels like there's no holes, and we saw the draft this week a little different than most, where there wasn't that run on pitchers right out of the gates like there usually is because they're so good.
Right, and you know, it starts in the circle, and so that's what your assumption would be, is that most of the pitchers would go early, and you know, that's not the case. I mean, hitters are a factor here, and we're seeing that happen with all these hitters.
Jordan Roberts, back-to-back catchers in the order. She's the DP here in game 1. Would expect her to catch game 2. Head of Masson 3-1. Watches that for ball 4. And back-to-back base runners. That's 10 points for Roberts on the walk. And now big trouble here for Team Edwards in the second. What did you like when, you know, we always talk about sharing information, especially here without the head coaches, and you have the facilitator, but as a player, what did you like to hear from your teammates? Did you want all that information, or are you more like, let me feel it out myself?
Absolutely wanted that information. I mean, I think that's how you get better, and if you're on the same page as teammates, what are they seeing? That's just another at bat that I didn't go through that, you know, my teammates saw. And so really leaning on that information, like the more information, the better, and you kind of take what you want, and you can throw out what you don't need, but just, yeah, feed me the information, absolutely.
Riley West will run at second base. Big run out there, 20 points on the line, and a chance to take hold of this game. Doubleheader days can be difficult. Always feels like game 1 is really important. That misses upstairs from Masson. This is Bailey Klingler out of Washington. Klingler will head to the Japan All-Star Series after the AUX season with Team USA from July 4th through the 8th. Just over the stands. Great career at Washington. 57 home runs for her career, 204 RBIs. 1-1 and way ahead of it for strike 2. What would you tell a rookie? You asked McClenny, what would you tell a rookie coming into the pro level?
You're a pro, and I know when you make that transition from college to here, you just think about the differences. In college, you have all of this time to prepare for the pitcher you're facing that coming week. You have a coach who's going to set the plan and talk about what you want to do that upcoming weekend, and you just got to trust that you know what you're doing. And when you're a pro, it's kind of working those kinks out. That's why it's so valuable talking to your teammates. And so I think the biggest advice is just trust yourself and know that you're here for a reason, and rely on your teammates for that information.
I always feel like year 2 is a big year because that's the first year you're doing it on your own completely. You're not coming off that college season. For Bailey Klingler, this is that year. Second year pro, first with Athletes Unlimited. Watches the 2-2 on the outside corner for strike 3. It's a big first out for Masson.
Masson is just working ahead and working on those corners and getting established in that curve, and Bailey Klingler does not agree with that.
And makes way for Andrea Filler. At her first home run of the season in this series. She's just 1 for 7 in Series 2, but that swing was a homer. Out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Played her college ball at Northwestern, where she is currently the director of ops. Hit 364 at AUX last year. Everybody kind of ahead of this, as that one went over the head of the facilitator, Josh Trevino. Did a little dance move. So, hey, straighten that out, please. Now scoot a little further down the line. He's an assistant coach at Texas State. Their pitching coach, actually, and hats off to him. Had the second most wins in the nation out of Jessica Mullins in the circle this year at Texas State. Filler down 1-2 to Masson. Word spinner right there off the bat. At second base tonight, has played all over the infield during her pro career. We've seen her at first base, shortstop. Ooh, that got her. Second batter that Masson has hit tonight. The base is now loaded for the hottest hitter in the field, Sydney McKinney.
Masson just doing such a good job of working into these hitters. You see her start her first 2 pitches down and in, and then trying to go up and in, but she's doing a great job. I mean, if I'm her, I would stay going in and keeping it tight on these hitters. Everybody can hit, and so you want to keep it tight on everybody's hands.
McKinney fouls that away. Nobody has more hits on this field than Sydney McKinney. Absolute superstar here at Wichita State. Finished her career last year. A .451 career average, started all 244 games from 19 to 23 for the Shockers. And certainly a fan favorite. We've had great crowds too. When they announce Sydney McKinney's name, you feel it. Popped up, Wiz chases, but on top of the dugout for strike 2. All right, as a former great lefty hitter, where do you not want this 1-2 pitch going to you if you're at the plate?
Where do I not want it to go?
Yeah.
Middle in. Anything middle in, it's going to be most likely crushed. So you can see her working away, staying away, allowing her not to turn on anything. And because she's got such sharp break on her drop ball, everything is staying away. So that's just a hard pitch to hit if you're a lefty.
McKinney's so versatile, great combo of power and speed. Another 1-2 pitch from Masson. Hit left side, chance to get the runner going home, and they do. Now to third, it's a double play. Heads up from Koffel and Edwards right there to strand the bases loaded.
Making a big play from Koffel to Edwards. Back to Wiz, double play.
Celebrating Juneteenth during AUX is just an awesome experience because we get to share it with everyone.
I think celebrating Juneteenth in AUX is extremely important for the visibility of this day and for Black and brown people who don't have a lot of representation in this sport, but to be seen, to be heard, and to be celebrated.
Little girls who look like me are watching and they see someone who looks like them and they want to play. So I hope that someone at home is looking at me and they see the same skin tone and hair texture and they see me standing up for what really matters and they know that they can do the same thing.
Happy Juneteenth, everyone. It commemorates the emancipation of Black Americans who'd been enslaved in the U.S. and has grown into a celebration of Black joy, resistance, and liberation. We hear those players for Athletes Unlimited talking about representation in the game. You know that very well. You paved that way. You showed that a lot of these athletes, as they were growing up, the possibilities. and have continued to do so with the Natasha Watley Foundation. I mean, how important is this day to you?
It's an important day. I mean, today's a significant day in African-American history, and, you know, just when we talk about softball specifically, and I always share, you know, growing up, I didn't have a lot of women that looked like me, and I think for hearing all of those young ladies that we just heard, it's just so important for that representation, for that young girl to see someone who looks like them, to aspire to be where they are, and just knowing that this game is for everybody, and everybody can excel, and everybody can succeed, and everybody can play at it.
A few of the players in this Athletes Unlimited field represent the Natasha Watley Foundation as their cause. Morgan Zirkle at the plate with one out.
And Morgan Zirkle is one of our athletes and has repped the foundation for a couple of years now, ever since she's been playing for AU, and it's just been an honor for these young ladies to play for the foundation. Obviously, you know, what I talked about, Odyssey Alexander as well, and just for the young girls that we serve in the foundation, for them to know that these young ladies play for them, it's just a very powerful thing.
That's a nice matchup right now then, with Odyssey and Morgan Zirkle.
Yeah.
On the line here, Zirkle fouled that last one off. Down in the count 0-2. Odyssey, sure something's bothering her on her pitching hand or not. Ooh.
No, it's the acrylics. It's the nails. Oh no, Odyssey. It may not be acrylics, maybe gel, so don't quote me on that, but.
The nail community will give you a break if you missed that one.
I know, just so tough, especially with pitchers too. You've got to work so much on grips and holding the ball, and especially too, there's a lot of, humidity and moisture in the air. So hard to grip the ball.
Odyssey looks like she's ready to roll. Top of the third, we're up to 30 rollover inning win points on the line here. Zirkle smokes that into left center. Wiggins will cut it off, and it's just a single for Morgan Zirkle. Jumped all over that. That's career hit number 100 for Zirkle, just the second player ever.
Morgan Zirkle, just so dynamic at the plate. I mean, just so aggressive. Gets this pitch that's going up. It's a little elevated and just stays with it, stays behind it, and hits a rocket to left center.
Could have two players reach the 100 hit mark tonight. Zirkle just did it, joining Victoria Hayward as the only two in Athletes Unlimited history. And then Tori Vidalis, who she's talking to at first base right now, could also do it. She sits at 99. Love that we're starting to get some history in the league right now.
Really, really neat. And 100 hits, I mean, that's amazing. And that's only just in the period of 3 months. It's not a long time, it's summertime, and so she's getting after it at the plate.
That is crushed foul by Bubba Nichols. We did some research before the game. We're pretty sure that you're the all-time career average leader in NPF history.
It's crazy.
Which you didn't know.
I don't know.
All the accolades, and that one got lost. Zirkle's running. She's safe at second. That's 10 points for Morgan Zirkle. She's stolen 4 bases on the season now in 4 attempts, and that leads the league.
And watching Zirkle run the bases is like watching art. I mean, her jump that she gets such a great jump. And then actually the slide is not what people talk about the most. I mean, her going in head first, that's hard for the shortstop to be able to tag her. So she's just so smart when she runs the bases. She's just thinking on every element, whether she's going in feet first, head first.
What was your favorite part of the game?
Gosh, I mean, I love it all.
Bubba Nichols got a hold of this deep to right center field. McClenny goes back and can't get it. And Bubba is back on the board. Her 4th home run of the season, and that brings across 2 to give Team Edwards the lead.
Well, you talk about what I love, Chucky. I love home runs, and I love when speedsters get on base and set the table for those big hitters like a Bubba Nichols. And Bubba Nichols, I mean, just so unassuming at the plate, stays in her legs. She's so disciplined, always knows what she's hunting, and possesses so much power.
Maybe a little relief there from Bubba. Was 0 for 11 in this series before that swing right there. Taylor Edwards has plenty of power as well. We showed you at the beginning of this game the pop they have between Nichols and Edwards and Wiz, all with 3, and now Nichols with 4. That one on the far right of that center field zone there.
Bubba Nichols, just one of those hitters, if I'm a young athlete, is one that I would love to study. I mean, she keeps the ball in the center of the field, and ideally when you are hitting 101, you want to hit the ball right up the middle, you want to square it up, and she just does such a great job of being on time, squaring up to the ball, and you can see that with her numbers where most of her home runs are going.
Savannah has Bubba in the dugout.
Then follow it up with a long home run.
So I honestly, I feel like anything that I'm early, it makes sense for her to go slow. She has really good off speed and change. So I literally mouthed to the dugout. I was like, off speed. Like I had to say it out loud.
Yeah.
But I felt like fouling it that way helped me to be prepared to know what might be coming next. And I'm glad that I was right, because I could have been wrong. But yeah.
Check mark for Bubba Nichols on guessing right. Not a guess. Thanks, Bubba.
Is that the hardest pitch to sit on, that off speed, like a changeup, to just say, okay, I know it's coming, I can do this?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to sit on, but if, especially like someone like Odyssey Alexander, she's got such zip with her hard stuff, and so when that slow stuff comes, it trips you up. But if you're not thinking it, there's no way you're going to hit it.
Oh, wow, Hannah Flippin scorches that one down the left field line. She will hold at first with a single. Flip now with a 5-game hit streak as she started to heat up a little bit, hitting .375 in this second series, just .238 on the season. Delaney Wiz gets her chance. Slow ground ball for Klingler. Nice job to go back and stick with that hop for out number 3. A 2-run blast, though. It's Bubba Nichols.
And Bubba Nichols flashing that power. Team Orange up 2-0.
Hi, I'm Technical Sergeant Jamal Glasper with the 4th Support Squadron of 139th Airlift Wing. The Air National Guard's motto is always ready, always there. We are proud to partner with Athletes Unlimited players who are always ready to compete for the top spot. Now, let's find out who climbed their way up the leaderboard rankings to earn the title of Air National Guard's Mover of the Series.
Well, that mover is Delaney Wiz. Started the week in 23rd. She is up to 5th now on the leaderboard.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a testament to the type of hitter she is. She's very consistent at the plate. It's no secret that she's having this success. She possesses so much power. She's very consistent. And again, I would say another unassuming hitter. She's kind of sneaky, kind of quiet at the plate, but she always ends up getting it done.
That's just kind of how the field is, right? I mean, I think if you look over the course of the careers of all these players, Delaney Wiz in her 3rd season, 3rd player in AUX history to homer in 3 straight games. Excuse me, her 2nd season. But everyone's kind of had either a stretch where they've been elite or seasons where they've shown what they're capable of. And you've talked about how difficult it is to start a season. AUX is that condensed season versus the championship, but everybody can get it done. Now Haley McClenny back to the top of the order. McClenny takes that strike on the outside corner, grounded out to shortstop, her first time to the plate, down 0-2. McClenny in 38th place, which is a big shock. She's always, it seems like, in the top portion of that leaderboard. That's why I almost made the mistake and said 3rd place, because that's what I'm used to from Haley. This is sent down the left field line and just foul. So good with 2 strikes. What is it about the 2-strike hitting that makes Haley McClenny elite, that she's such a tough out?
She's an extreme tough out. With 2 strikes, I think she just gets a little bit more tougher because she knows she doesn't have a lot of pitches to mess with, and she's got great plate coverage. She's got a great eye, so she's got great hand-eye coordination just to be able to put a bat on ball. Makes it really tough.
I feel like sometimes she's just kind of toying with the pitcher almost. Like, yeah, I don't want that one, I don't want that one. Let's wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you saw her go down 0-2, and those pitches, I mean, clearly off the plate, but not trying to put it into the umpire's hand, so she's just fouling them off, and it's almost as she's trying to, like you said, toy some things off so that she can set herself up for that pitch that she's actually looking for.
Masson trying to secure the 30-inning win points for her team, and McClenny fouls it back again. Mariah has just one of 2 complete games for the pitchers here at AUX. Alyssa Denham has the other, who is on her team this series. Another 0-2, and McClenny waits again. That's a foul ball. Gotta be careful that we have pickleball courts that are kind of like off the left side here down the third base line. I'm telling you, they've got to look alive over there.
Yeah, someone's got to be watching out for them.
Are you a pickleball player?
I have played. I wouldn't consider myself a pickleball player, but I have definitely played, and it is a little addicting. It's fun. Or how about you?
I feel like you're a little bit, yeah. I feel like you're a natural athlete, though. Like, I think you probably pick it up and be a stud, right?
It's fun. It's fun. I mean, I love, you know, just the quickness of it, just how you have to react.
I love how humble you are.
I love it. No, it's just, it's fun. It's so fun.
McClenny has battled this back to 2-2. Ground ball. Got to be quick if you're Koffel, and not quick enough. An infield single from McClenny, showing off she still has the wheels. 10 points for her on the leaderboard and a leadoff base runner. This week's Sunday Night Baseball matchup is the series finale at Wrigley between Pete Alonso and the Mets and Cody Bellinger and the Cubs. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Coverage beginning at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, with baseball tonight's Sunday Night Countdown. Dodgers fan?
I am.
Okay.
But I did not grow up a Dodgers fan. I grew up an Atlanta Braves fan. Yes, very random.
Okay.
I grew up in LA. They were on TV every day I came home. So 4 o'clock, 7 p.m. Eastern. So I just grew up loving the Braves. But in my adult life, I would say I'm a Dodgers fan.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
Royals. A little bit different payrolls between the 2 teams that we root for. There we go. In Wichita, about 3 hours away from Kansas City, just under. And we got some Royals fans in the house. Megan Wiggins down 0-1 in the count. Watches that pitch on the outside corner. Masson got a big strikeout last inning after the first 2 runners reached. Just 1 on here, but a ton of speed from McClenny, and Jocelyn Allo on deck. This is a big one. Wiggins fouls that back.
And you got to give it to Masson. I mean, she is going right at McClenny, going right at Wiggins. She's getting them both 0-2. It's just after that 0-2, she's got to find something else where she can allow them to put the ball in play and pick up that out.
Wiggins hits this well into left center field. Long run. Zirkle has it. 1 out. McClenny scampers back to first. Wiggins retired. Now the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Jocelyn Allo. Hit by a pitcher first time up, but the folks in Wichita want to see her swing it. There was some disappointment in that, definitely, when she was hit. Number 1 on the leaderboard, hitting .474. Wow. And that's a foul ball. Haley McClenny said she would not want to be a pitcher with Jocelyn Allo's career trajectory on the up right now. 0-1. She just hits it different, doesn't she?
I mean, it comes off the bat. I mean, if you just even hear listening, I mean, just the sound that we're hearing, and all of these home runs, I mean, they are no doubters. They come off the bat so hard. She possesses so much power. She stays in her legs and just gets it done.
That's what stands out to me about her is her stance. She's so low, but she's so balanced. I mean, I mentioned the strikeout earlier. Only 1 strikeout this season so far.
So disciplined at the plate as well.
Hit hard at Delaney Wiz, scoops it up, goes to second, and Allo beats out the throw at first to keep the inning alive. No thank you at third base with Jocelyn Allo at the plate.
Yeah, well, you can see where Delaney Wiz was set up clearly way behind third base, and exactly where I would be playing too if I was playing third base.
You ever find yourself at third?
When I was younger, I played third.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think as most of these athletes, you know, playing all around the field, and there was a time or two where I played third. I just think so important for younger athletes to play different positions. That's just how you level up on your softball IQ, and once you actually feel it and you can feel where you're supposed to be in that position, then you learn the game a little bit faster.
Played with some great third. Who was the top third baseman defensively you played with? I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit tonight.
Ooh, I'm like, you're gonna make me lose friends.
That's
and
right,
stuff.
exactly. Okay, I won't say the top one. Who comes to mind?
I mean, right out the gate, Andrea Duran. She was our third baseman in the 2008 Olympics. Played with her at UCLA. I mean, literally, she could be a shortstop and played a third base. Just quick, had a great arm. Crystal Bustos was a great third baseman. People wouldn't think that.
Hey, you always think the bat with
Yeah,
Bustos.
she was a great defender.
Tori watches strike 1. She's ahead in the count 3-1. Mentioned Masson's journey to AUX a couple years ago. Tori Vidalis was her roommate and hit a home run off of her. I want to say it was the first pitch she threw, and Tori gets a hold of this one. That's going to roll to the wall. Allo over to third. Trevino will hold her there, and Tori is safe at second. Slid around the tag from flipping. And that's career hit number 100 for Tori.
And Tori ropes this ball. I mean, this is over the heart of the plate, and she takes this to left center. But what we didn't see, or what I should give a little highlight to, is that relay to second base. She was almost out at second base.
Flippin kind of expected Tori to slide to the middle of the bag there, but with that left foot to the corner and got around the tag. And how about that? 2 players tonight, Zirkle and Vidalis, joining Victoria Hayward in the 100-hit club for Athletes Unlimited history. So our combined numbers between AUX and the championship season. We'll wrap up AUX in 6 days' time and crown the 3rd ever champion. For the time being, this is a season that will go away because AUSL launches next May, with which you are an advisor along with Jess Mendoza and Kat Osterman, but the traditional format league launching in May and then leading into what will be the championship season and will be renamed the AUSL Champions Cup beginning next year. I feel like that's just going to enhance the championship season even more.
Will be neat. It'll be a nice complement to the championship season, having that traditional format, and then you actually can see your players or your favorite player and watch them go along to that championships cup and, you know, see who comes out on the top of the leaderboard. But you know, that traditional mixed with that untraditional format with the point system. I think it's just a brilliant idea.
Really excited for the next year across softball, and a lot of stars of the game that we'll see joining in late July for the championship season, and even more, I'm sure, next year. Some of the top talent in college softball as Rudd Lee draws a walk. So a double and a walk here with 2 outs and a big chance for Jordan Roberts. They need 2. So roll the inning points over to the 4th. 3 would win 30 points for everyone on Team Alo. Roberts takes strike 1 on the inside corner. Masson, like you talked about, just continues to go inside to these hitters. Big swing from Jordan there, and she's down 0-2. Still looking for her first hit in limited opportunities here in Series 2. Walked her first time up. One, 2. Got her looking. Roberts couldn't pull the trigger, and that strands the bases loaded for Mariah Masson and company.
And Mariah Masson coming up big with this 1-2 pitch and wins the battle.
All right, Goldies, let's ride.
Yep, there we go.
Do it. Hit that circle. Stay fair. Come on. Wasted energy. Almost. Staying alive. It's only one. It's only one. Woo! Mama's getting too old for that.
She was burning it down the first baseline earlier.
Yeah, she's not even showing any kind of age at all getting down the baseline. And man, how could you not love Haley McClinney? I mean, she just has such a passion for the game, and she just has so much fun when she's playing, and you can feel that.
Yeah, she's acting like she's getting old. She's got a lot of years left, I think.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
I'm thinking another 10 years or so.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got it.
Was your last year playing?
My last year playing was 2016.
Okay.
2016, and I retired at the age of 35.
When did you think you peaked?
27, 28.
Okay. Just out of play, beyond the reach of Klingler. What did you think as a pro that you got? Like, how did you get better as a pro versus your college game?
The mental part, the mental maturity, and just approaching the game, you just become so smart. You know, it's not how hard you're playing, it's how smart you're playing, and I think that started to catch up to me later in my playing career. Yeah, you know, a lot of these athletes in college, we possess the skill and we can get it done, but that mental maturity may not be there, and so I don't think I saw that until 27, 28.
Another foul ball from Erin Koffel. Koffel opposite teams of Jocelyn Alo this week. They combined to win a game 2-1 in Series 1. Back-to-back, not back-to-back home runs, but home runs a batter apart. Erin's already had some big moments. And Jordan Rudd Lee is in the dugout right now trying to get something fixed. Be checking out her hand right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it got hit on that foul ball or she just caught the ball wrong.
Seems to be all right. Let's hope so. 2022 Rollins Gold Glove winner at Northwestern. It's been 5 years there. Another foul ball from Koffel. '50th pitch for Odyssey Alexander coming here in the top of the 4th. Just misses.
Yeah, Odyssey is not very happy. She is, I could just see her facial expressions. She's just trying to push through this strike zone, and she wants those edges to be called.
Koffel walks a pitch later to lead off the 4th. Well, here's our next WNBA game. De'Erica Hamby and the Sparks play the 6th game of a 7-game road trip against Brianna Stewart and the Liberty Saturday at 3 Eastern on ESPN. Great year for the WNBA as a whole. I asked you about pickleball earlier. Can you hoop?
I can. I played basketball in college. I mean, sorry, in college. I did not play basketball in college.
Oh, man, this is news to me.
In high school. I played in high school. So I played first 2 years in high school, but softball was always my main game, and I just loved the opportunity to play a different sport and learn a different game. But it was fun.
I wasn't good. I thought maybe you were playing as an alias or something at UCLA.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow, what a stab by Odyssey. They go to second. I think she caught that. It doesn't matter. They end up throwing to both bases anyway. What a catch.
Yeah, she definitely caught that. I think she kind of shocked herself on this play. Kelsey Hunter-Stewart just ropes a laser back to Odyssey, but Odyssey not sure, just going to be sure about it. I like it. Make sure she gets the lead out, but she definitely catches that ball. But maybe here on this angle, I didn't see that. It does hit the ground, and so she's just covering herself on this and getting that lead out.
I thought for real time, I thought she kept it up, but maybe slipped out of there a little bit. She knew, though, I guess.
Yeah, just covering herself.
2 outs now for Haley Lee. Watches that pitch down in the zone, strike 2. Lee hit her first Athletes Unlimited home run here in Series 2. 5 home runs as a rookie last year in the WPF. Scorches this one to right center field. That's down against the wall, and Lee headed for second. It's a stand-up double for Haley Lee, 20 points, and keeps the inning rolling with 2 away.
And when Haley Lee hits, she hits laser beams. I mean, she lays into it. You can just see her going down and those legs going down to get it. This is on the outer half. I mean, maybe a ball or 2 off the plate, and she's still able to extend on it and get something behind it.
More power behind her with Carly Spade coming up. Chicago native hoping to bring Lee around from second base. Spade, couple home runs in Series 1. Didn't get all of this one. Long run from McKinney, called off by Wiggins. Nice communication for out number 3 to strand the 2-out double. Bottom of the 4th we go, still a 2-run game. Edwards leading Team Alo. Bottom of the 4th we go, and a chance for this gold squad to get it rolling again. The AU Pro Sports Shop is now on Instagram. It's the best way to stay up to date on new arrivals, limited edition items, and our exclusive merch offerings. Head to @AU Pro Shop to follow and connect. Sometimes I feel so old when I read that, because I'm like, oh, okay, that's a handle. That's an Instagram handle. All right.
Social media, what's that?
It's surpassing me quickly. 7-8-9 here for Team Alo. Klingler rips that foul. Ryan Masson through 3 innings has given up nothing. Struck Klingler out looking her first time to the trip. Has dealt with base runners in all 3 innings, but has done a really nice job to get out of it so far, which is really tough to do against these types of lineups. Leadoff base runners in each of the last 2 innings. Jocelyn Allo, top of the leaderboard, but Bubba Nichols and Taylor Edwards closing in. Delaney Wiz not far behind either. Series 1, each team went 2-2. It was the first time in AUX history that that had happened. There's a chance that it could happen again in Series 2 here. If Team Edwards wins this game, they'll have 2 wins. And then Team Allo would need to win their second game tonight against Team Clark. Just shows you how even this field is, though. There's 21 new players that have never played Athletes Unlimited, but it's a deep lineup of players, and it's so even.
Yeah, the talent is so deep, and you know, some of these hitters facing these pitchers multiple times, and these pitchers still finding some ways to get them out too.
Klingler out in the left field. It is foul. Kind of leaning there and still crushed that.
Maison has been keeping it tight on these righty hitters, and so Bailey just unleashes on this, but Circle has a hard time finding that.
Two. Klingler straightens it out this time. Zirkle going back and leaps up to grab it for the first out of the inning.
And this is a good out for Bailey Klingler. She's been a little unlucky at the plate, but on this inside pitch, I mean, she just gets that bat head out early and just ropes it and turns on it, and that's all you can ask for when you're not necessarily seeing the ball great. You just want to be a hard out and hit hard line drives, and that was a big hard out right there.
Klingler 0 for 2 tonight now. Now for Andrea Filler, who was hit by a pitch her first time up. Talked about it multiple times, but it does seem like a blanket plan here. How many foul balls down the left field line from right-handed hitters have we seen? Masson has stayed inside to everybody.
Yeah, what her and Edwards are doing today is incredible. They're almost throwing like a little masterpiece here, but their game plan is just to stay tight on these righty hitters, and if they foul themselves into 2 strikes, just trying to figure out a way to put the ball in play and utilize the defense.
Even that was inside, off the handle for Andrea Filler. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, another Wichita native, makes the play at first base. 2 outs. Now Sydney McKinney against Masson with 2 away. Now ball right side. Flippin takes care of it. 1-2-3 for Mariah Masson here in the bottom of the 4th. More rollover points on the line. To the 5th inning we go. Still 2-0. 2-0 Team Edwards leading Team Allo going to the 5th inning. 20-inning win points on the line. This game's still up for grabs. Odyssey Alexander's day is done, and in comes Maddie Penta, the rookie out of Auburn and the 2023 SEC Pitcher of the Year. Big-time recruit back in her high school days. Just 2 innings pitched in her 1 start here in Series 2. Overall, has been really impressive this season.
Yeah, she does such a great job. She throws with so much velocity, but the whole world knows this world-class changeup that she has, and she even calls it her favorite pitch and is able to disrupt the hitter's timing, effectively mixing in her changeup as well.
Has dealt with a lot of base runners in her 9 1/3 innings pitched this season, but has struck out 9, and that's helped her get out of some jams at times. Rudd Lee stays out there to work with Penta behind the plate. Already ahead of the top of this order, 0-2. Overall, really nice job by Odyssey Alexander. Two times through the order, allowing just the 2 runs. Oh, but we've got Odyssey Alexander here for a chair chat. Odyssey, thanks for joining us. I'm going to ask you, like, what kind of information? We always talk about hitters sharing information. What do you tell Maddie Penta before she comes out here to face the top of the order?
Honestly, just kind of where I was at, you know, what the umpire is giving. Nothing too crazy, just pitch your game. Do you, boo.
Do you, boo? That's great advice. How are you feeling out there today?
I mean, I was feeling all right, you know. Nail flew off. You know?
Well, I was trying to figure out, was it an acrylic or is it gel? What is it?
What was my real nail?
Oh, my
Like
gosh.
acrylic over top. Yeah, it's slide. It's all right, though.
Okay.
We're good.
Was it on a certain pitch or?
Yeah.
Okay.
On a changeup, you know.
Okay.
How?
It
I don't
happens.
know.
It happens.
It does.
How are you feeling about this game? Are we going to pull through? What's going on?
Oh, 100% we're going to pull through. You know, no doubt over here. Bubba, like, weirdly has my number, so, you know, I'm not mad about it.
Odyssey, we always appreciate it. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Odyssey Alexander, she's such a stud.
Yeah.
And again, like somebody who last year elevated her game to an even higher level, being named the champion of the championship season in Rosemont.
Yeah, and she talks about last year during Champ Series that she just played free, and you could visually see that she's playing free, and every time she took the mound and just going for it.
Bubba Nichols back at the plate, 1-0 count.
Oh, yes,
Bubba
yes.
in the left center.
Yes.
Wiggins makes the catch. What's so tough about Bubba, Odyssey?
Bubba's just that if she can get her barrel to, I feel like, anything. She's one of those hitters I kind of struggle with, I guess. That's why, you know, last year I drafted her every time. So, you know, make it easy.
Smart. Okay, so if you had to go back and throw to her again that last at bat, or not this last at bat, but the at bat off of you, what would you throw differently? What would you do differently?
Just honestly try to make her get herself out. So probably nothing too crazy, just something.
What did you throw her?
She hit a changeup.
Hit a
on the
changeup. Oh, you
ground.
said that. Yeah, she hit a changeup. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that just shows you how good she is. She's a dog in the
Yeah,
box.
sometimes you just got to tip your cap. So
Yep,
I was like,
tip
you know. Yeah.
Hey, before we let you go, we got a catcher at the plate. Obviously, Rudley catching for you guys today. When you are a captain, how important is it for you to pick the catcher you want?
Me personally, you know, every pitcher is different. I personally love to draft a good catcher. You know, I'm a big rhythm person, and I like to be on the same page and, you know, trust my catcher. So that's, honestly, that would be a first pick for me.
I'm going to be watching that when we get to the championship season and you're a captain week 1. I'm going to be watching for the catcher you take early.
We're going to see what we got.
Appreciate it, Odyssey.
Thank you.
She'll be one of the 4 captains in the championship season after finishing first last year. I think I'm like already I'm already looking at the field trying to get my draft plan ready, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, you definitely, if I'm her, that's exactly what I would be doing. And maybe she's drafting Bubba first.
Klingler makes the play. 2 outs now. Back-to-back in the air here for Maddie Penta to get Nichols and Edwards. I want to do an exercise where you and Danielle and Amanda and Savannah all draft your teams for 1 week, and then we kind of see stat point-wise how it pans out. That's
Ooh, that would be fun. Like our own little fantasy league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna Flippin singled her last trip to the plate, has been stranded on the base paths both times she's come up so far. That was inside, fouled down the left field line, or the third base line. A lot of speed on first base. Anything into the outfield in a gap, Morgan Zirkle most likely would score. Top of the order is going to come up for Team Alo next inning. That's inside to Flippin. Third strike has been elusive for pitchers, whether they're working ahead or not. Strikeouts hard to come by in this game. That gets away from Penta, 3-2. Ground ball left side, past Klingler at third. A 2-out base hit for Hannah Flippin. Not done yet here in the 5th.
And the Flippin just so feisty at the plate. I mean, one of the smartest athletes that I have seen play the game. I mean, we talk about her defensively, but just offensively, she just will feisty you out and just stay in her at bats. And you can see her fouling off a ton of pitches and picking up a big hit.
Hannah Flippin, one with a ton of experience. The pro level was tremendous at Utah with Athletes Unlimited then. Also at the international level with Team USA, who's played in the Japanese Pro League as well. A lot of softball.
Yeah, I mean, just getting it done like a true pro and just, you know, all those opportunities to level up on their game, but continues to get it done.
Allo running in, but Filler takes control in shallow right field for out number 3. Top of the order coming up for Team Allo, led off by Haley McClenny. We've got her mic'd up, and we'll hear from her during her at-bat. 2-0 Team Edwards leading Team Allo to the bottom of the 5th. We go 20-inning win points on the line. Here comes Haley McClenny to lead off the inning. We have her mic'd up. Real quick, Haley, what's the approach against Masson, seeing her for the 3rd time?
Oh man, I think right now it's just going to be beyond time. Just throwing a little bit of an off speed here and there, attacking away, just trying to see the ball up and stay on time. We'll see how it goes. I'm trying to keep my voice down too because Taylor's right there.
Yeah, don't give away your secrets.
I could bait her.
All right, Haley, we're going to listen into this at bat. Let's see it.
Sounds good.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for Team Allo. Top of the order, center field from Alabama.
3rd time's a charm, huh? Rats. Rats, rats, rats. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, well, come on. I was in my zone there. I was about to hit that sign. I don't know. Well, you guys wanted content. There you have it. Good.
They wouldn't do that in the MLB. Kevin.
Stay fair, stay fair, stay fair, stay fair. It's fair, it's fair, it's fair. Rats. Dang it, Mariah. Dagnabbit. Dagnabbit. Oh. 2-2. 2-2. It's a game of inches, people.
Well, Haley, it's the one night that the wind has not really been helping you with that to try and straighten that out down the right field line.
Yeah, exactly right.
What'd you see that at bat?
More of the same stuff. I think she's just trying to attack the zone. That at bat, I felt like a little bit more off speed. I felt like I was seeing the off speed a little bit better.
Was that last pitch that you hit off speed?
No, that last pitch was her hard stuff. The pitch I Missed the home run by 2 inches on was that off speed.
Got it.
Gotta wait just a hair longer, man.
What would you tell Megan Wiggins? I know you didn't get the chance to talk to her, but saw a little interaction during that at bat. What would you tell her?
Yeah, just same stuff. Pick a side of the plate, be on time. You're gonna get a good mix. Taylor Edwards is probably the best pitch caller in the league, has been for a long time. So pick a side, pick a speed.
Yeah, so pick a speed. Like, are you more so just going off speed, not necessarily in or out location? Because she's obviously staying mostly away.
Mostly away, yeah. She's staying mostly away for lefties. So I think for me, I know M. Wiggins is kind of the same. Get out. Wiggs is kind of the same. Her hands are quick enough to get to the inside. So I think if you sit out, you got to pick kind of that middle speed, that like 63, 64. And just take it to left center.
Haley, as a whole, like your prep when you come into season, you've seen a lot of these pitchers, especially the ones you'll see in championship season, a lot. How do you keep a scouting report on everybody? What's it look like for you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Get through. Good barrel. Yeah, definitely keep a scouting report. I like to go back and rewatch the live feed and just kind of chart pitches and see where hitters are attacking me, or see where pitchers are attacking me, and see what the catchers are calling too. Catchers, I think, can sometimes get in a little bit of a routine, and the more you play with people, the more you kind of know and understand that and how they're going to call for certain pitchers. And that's what makes this league so fun, is you know which pitchers match with catchers really well, and you can kind of pick up on some sequences here and there.
Haley, thank you again so much. We love the insight.
Thank you guys. Go Gold.
Great job.
Haley McClenny got a little amid the action during her at bat. So close to a home run. Mic'd up. Oh my goodness.
Good job, Ryan. Way to stay stubborn. Atta girl, we love that out of you. Keep going. Keep going. I saw you. Daddy-o up there.
Yeah.
Stay behind the ball here.
Get it, Cece.
I feel a little more agile today.
I love that.
Yeah.
I was supposed to say, you had a baby like 12 weeks ago, so wild, dude.
Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, who is coming up next this inning, a Wichita native. Just had her second kid, and you could hear that in the mic'd up not long ago. She's out here.
11 weeks ago, gave birth, and she's already back out here on the field. I already told her, you are my hero. I mean, just amazing. And how powerful for her kids to see her play and see her put on the uniform and play the game.
She's had a pretty good season as well. It's been an on-base machine. This is hit deep to left field. Megan Wiggins is under it, though, and there's one out. Seen some near misses tonight from some of these big hitters. One away in the top of the sixth. Team Alo trying to keep things where they are to give themselves a chance here. Still have 6 outs to play with at the plate. Here is Stewart-Hunter. Out of Wichita, Kansas, a superstar at Florida. There it is, first pitch swinging right up the middle for Kelsey on cue. Her first hit of the night.
Kelsey Hunter Stewart. Kelsey, I'm getting her name mixed up. Sorry, Kelsey. Kelsey Stewart Hunter. I mean, just a gamer. One of the smartest players in the game as well. And, you know, I have a highlight reel of her in my head when she played at Florida. I don't know if anybody remembers this clip, but she stole home from second when people someone was walked and she stole home, and just really smart, always thinking the game.
Quick fly out there from Haley Lee underneath it, and that's the second out of the inning to bring up the 9-hole Carly Spade, or excuse me, it's going to be a pinch hitter actually for Carly Spade. It's going to be Jadalyn Alchin, another one of those Bruins, finished her career at UCLA after 4 seasons at Washington. So Amanda Scarborough, last week we were talking about Alchin playing at Washington and then UCLA, and now both of those schools going to be in the Big Ten. It just feels so weird to say.
So weird. I mean, just being a Pac-12er and Pac-10er, Pac-8, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't even make sense. I think we all can't comprehend. We all need like a huge diagram to just kind of figure out where all these teams are going. But, you know, just Pac-12. I mean, there's just so much rich history in Pac-12 and so many great athletes that have come and strong tradition, a lot of programs that have won national championships there. So it's going to be hard to see.
So I was just going to say, like, so many national championships between UCLA and Arizona, Washington's in 2009 with Danielle Laurie. Alchin swings through that one for the third out. Nice work by Penta. Just the single mixed in, but other than that, another clean inning. High School Marching Band in attendance today, and it has been just a great vibe, great atmosphere and energy. Celebrating Juneteenth here at AUX as we wrap up Series 2. Tori Vidalis rips one into right center field. Tori headed for second, gonna be a close play, and it's the second time she's snuck into second base with a double. Another 20 points for Tori Vidalis.
Tori Vidalis just such a hard out. I mean, she hits this ball so hard to right center, and for me, it's the sprint. When she knows she's got to book it and get into second base, almost got out.
Close calls for Tori at second, but a leadoff double puts them in position here. The tying run now at the plate. Jordan Rudd-Lee, 1 for 1 with a walk, but has been stranded both times. 4 total hits in the game for Team Alo. 2 of them belong to Tori. McClenny has one, and Jordan Rudd-Lee has the other. Down 0-2. Son gets the awkward grounder. Long throw, but does get Rudd-Lee.
And this is such a big out. I almost thought that she was going to try to see if this ball was going to go foul because she didn't think that she had a play, but she does a great job of barehanding this ball and just throwing a laser at first. That's a big out.
The play on the field is called an out. That play is under review.
So we'll have our first review of the evening on the call at first base. I thought real time it looked like an out. Yadam, Alex Leap, and Perry Owens.
Review, the play is upheld. The runner is out. That is Team Alo's first challenge.
I'll tell you what, the review process here is awesome. It is so quick.
Quick, yeah. That was. I was just going to say that was a quick decision right there.
Sometimes it just is that easy.
Yeah, and that's the part with the reviews that is a challenge. It does take a little bit of time, and it slows down the speed of the game and the momentum, so I like that quick decision.
Jordan Roberts, big opportunity last time she was at the plate with the bases loaded. Again here with Vidalis 60 feet from home, just one away. After basically what was a swinging sac bunt from Jordan Rudd-Lee. Roberts watches that pitch for strike 2. Emma Sohn's third appearance of the season. All of them have been starts. She's gone at least 6 innings in all of them. That runs outside for ball 1. These are just 3 for 10 on challenges this season. Time is called at the plate. One-two, off speed, and she hit Roberts. 8 points for Roberts as she is aboard now with just 1 away. Get closer to the action with your free unlimited club membership. Vote on game MVPs, compete in the AU Fantasy League for exclusive prizes and more. Sign up now at auprosoftball.com. Big chance here. Roberts on first, Vidalis on third, and Bailey Klingler at the plate. You said it last time, you know, maybe not seeing the ball great, but that last at bat really smoked one to left field. Maybe something to build off of.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling it for Bailey Klingler right now. I mean, just because of that last at bat, she did rope it. And, you know, especially when you go your first at bat, you looking on something on the outside. A great opportunity, but I feel like she's starting to see pitches a little bit better, that last at bat.
Masson having a conversation with her infield along with her catcher, Taylor Edwards. We heard from Haley McClenny earlier talking about Edwards as the best pitch caller in the game and has been so for a long time. As we see Odyssey Alexander enter as a pinch runner at first base. See if there's an adjustment here in the approach to Klingler after that last at bat she had. Well, the same result would probably bring the run home in Vidalis, but Klingler would like to do more, I'm sure, with the tying run on first. Off speed for strike one. Haley Klingler from Houston, Texas. Gets a hold of this, but it's curving foul. She's getting there. It's close right now for Klingler. Three-time All-American at Washington. 2 first-team nods. Watches that pitch low for ball one. 32 of the 42 players at AUX were All-Americans. Got 2 two-time National Player of the Years, Kaylani Ricketts and Jocelyn Allo. This field is just loaded. Klingler watches another one.
Those last 2 pitches, really good takes. I mean, you know that she's looking for something in. Those pitches on the outer half and taking them.
That was pitch number 100 from Mariah Masson. 2-2, ground ball. Flip in the tag, and they roll 2. After a leadoff double from Vidalis, nothing doing. The double play induced by Mariah Masson as she's gone 6 strong. Athletes Unlimited Pro Softball is sponsored by Poppy. Some more pictures from Monday. Team Allo dropping that game 7-6, but had some big swings in it. And of course, these all coming from Jade Hewitt and the incredible media team here for Athletes Unlimited. Still one more game tonight. And how about this? We have 40 inning rollover points on the line here in the 7th. So for one of these teams, this could potentially be a 90-point inning to finish this game. Team Edwards in the driver's seat, up 2-0. Maddie Penta's 3rd inning of work and her 2nd time through the order. What have you seen from Penta so far that you like?
I really like her tempo. I mean, just actually watching her, you look at her and you see her stature, you feel like she should just be like coming off the mound so hard, but she pitches with precision. She's been hitting her spot. She's been getting ahead on hitters and doing a good job of utilizing her defense as well.
It's that casual motion. Penta stands at 6'2", and it feels like she never dips below that in her motion.
She just stays super tall and very, very casual. Great word of just how she comes off.
0-2. Runs it outside to Morgan Zirkle, the head coach at her alma mater, Marshall. Together a great staff of former players. Sydney McKinney being one of them, who is here this weekend. even at 2-2. Penta wanted that pitch, doesn't get it.
I just think about some of the athletes here who are coaches. Coach Zirkle here, head coach at Marshall, and got a couple other coaches, but I just think of how neat it is for those athletes that they coach to see their coach playing.
Yeah, Morgan Zirkle strikes out there, but she's made a ton of great plays she can take back to Marshall and say, hey, this is how it's done. And here it is, the difference in the game, Bubba Nichols.
Yeah, and Bubba Nichols just takes that changeup that Odyssey Alexander is regretting at the moment, but just takes it deep, takes it right center, and just does what Bubba Nichols does.
Other than that, for Odyssey, it was a really good 4 innings in the start. And how about this for Penta? Gets called off by Klingler. Retires Nichols very quickly. 2 outs. Strikeout of Zirkle, a pop-up from Nichols, and now Taylor Edwards. Still a lot of pop here. Has a grand slam this season. She hit on night number 1. 3 total home runs and a league best 9 RBIs. Tied with Bubba Nichols with 9. Taylor 0 for 3 tonight, popped out her only look at Penta so far. 76 wins in Maddie Penta's Auburn career, which is a career record for the Tigers. 1.79 ERA, second all-time in strikeouts with 941. This is popped up. Klingler into foul territory and makes the grab. 1, 2, 3 for Penta. She's retired 5 straight. Is it enough momentum, though, for 8-9-1 of the order to get it done for Team Alo? One more game coming up tonight. Aubrey Leach and company looking to get it done for Team Clark, and Aubrey has been on fire these last few games here in Series 2. A 500 average, and she will lead off that order. It's really dangerous for Mackenzie Clark.
Yeah, Aubrey Leach on Monday was literally putting on a clinic on how the different ways that you can get on base. She was slapping, she was hitting for power. Just an absolute threat at the top of the lineup for Team Clark.
Team Clark versus Team Alo to finish off Series 2. 2 of the top players on the leaderboard. We've got the Gap Show for you after this game, so we'll take you all the way through to game number 2 of our doubleheader. Savannah Collins joined by a couple special guests, Kelsey Stewart-Hunter and Montana Fouts. Mariah Masson, 6 innings, just 4 hits allowed so far, and no runs as she looks to cap off her second complete game in just 3 starts this year. Andrea Filler leads things off 8-9-1 for Team Alo. Oh, and that got Filler. Second time she's been hit tonight, and another 8 points for her on the leaderboard. Masson has dealt with a leadoff runner in 3 of the first 6 innings. She's been able to get out of it every time. Here's Sydney McKinney. Crowd perking up when they saw her walk to the plate. Swinging first pitch and fouls it away. Has hit safely in every game this season. Led AUX last year with a 429 average. Leads it again this year with a 667 average entering tonight. But she's 0 for 2 so far.
Everybody clap your hands.
McKinney is 9th on the leaderboard. Masson is 6th. Mariah's got a good chance if she can close the door here to jump up into that top 3 with MVP points and win points. It'll give her a huge boost. 2-1 to McKinney. Inside, ball 3. Ryan Masson wants to talk to Taylor Edwards. Just nowhere to go ever in these lineups.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get a hitter off, but it was so funny when we were talking to Sydney McKinney on Monday. She was mic'd up, and we were just talking to her. She was on defense, and I asked her, what's your pre-pitch approach? But I was meaning defense, and she straight went to talking about what she's thinking about in the batter's box. So just goes to show, like, her mind is so offensive thinking, and, you know, she's always ready to hit, and her approach is to be aggressive on the pitches she's hunting. Just like that swing, yep. So that must have been what she was looking for, something on the outer half.
It's a big pitch from Masson. She has won almost every battle in these types of moments. 3-2. McKinney gets a hold of it to left. Zirkle goes back, though, and makes the catch for the first out. One away with a runner on. Don't forget the Gap Show coming up between games. We'll take you all the way through to the second game of our doubleheader. Team Clark and Team Alo. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter working overtime tonight. She's over at first base right now, and she'll head out to right field to our set with Savannah Collins and Montana Fouts. So be sure to stay tuned. Top of the order now for Team Alo, Haley McClenny. 1 for 3 tonight off of Mariah Masson. Was about a foot away from a home run her last at bat. Just foul when we had her mic'd up too.
And you can see it again. She's hunting speeds, and that was that off speed again. And she's not necessarily looking in or out. She's just trying to decipher between if the pitch is hard or if it's soft, and she's going big on the off speed. But now she's got to protect.
0-2, and there it is, that protect from McClenny on the outside pitch. Masson 5-2 with a sub-3 ERA in the champ season last year. Quickly becoming one of the league's elites. Slow roller left side. Wiz on the run to get McClenny, and she does. Nice play by Delaney Wiz at third, and there's 2 outs.
Delaney Wiz is so solid defensively. And very versatile. And in college, I don't know if many people know that she learned how to catch while she was there. She wasn't always a catcher, but can play the corners and can also get it done behind the plate.
Filler at second. Tying run at the plate. It's Megan Wiggins. First pitch swinging, she fouls it back. The other night, Team Alo lost 7-6 to Team Clark. Megan Wiggins and Jocelyn Alo went back-to-back. Alo on deck, hoping for a chance to help her team. But first, Wiggins now down 0-1. That's going to go foul. Left field corner has been popular tonight.
Yeah, it is. Circle's been working.
There's Jocelyn Alo. Will she get an opportunity? Saw Jessie Warren in Series 1 step up and hit a walk-off home run for her team. The captains have made their mark on these series. Ground ball left side. This could do it. Koffel to first. They get Wiggins, and a big win there for Team Edwards as they finish the week 2-2. And they'll get to go back home and rest with that win. Mariah Masson, a complete game shutout, her second complete game of the season. That's the first complete game shutout in AUX history.
Yeah, Maison and Edwards, I mean, just they're working together today. They were in cahoots and just did such a great job of keeping these hitters off balance, working inside on those righties, staying away on the lefties, and mixing speeds as well.
What a performance from Team Edwards, led by their pitcher, Mariah Masson. Bubba Nichols had the 2-run home run that ends up being the difference. Hit that back in the 3rd inning. What a start to the final night of Series 2. There's the leaderboard as it stands, still waiting for win points and MVP points to pop, and there it is. Bubba Nichols, Taylor Edwards, Delaney Wiz, and Mariah Masson right on the heels of Jocelyn Allo. And we have ourselves a race at the top of this leaderboard. Couldn't have asked for a better start tonight. Well, still much more to come. A doubleheader this evening on ESPN2. The Gap Show is coming up next. Savannah Collins with Kelsey Stewart-Hunter and Montana Fouts. That'll take you all the way to Game 2 between Team Clark and Team Allo. But it's Team Edwards to kick things off tonight as they finish the weekend with 2 wins, a 2-0 win over Team Allo. We'll take a quick break. Coming up next, it's the Gap Show.